global sourcing made easy. So, you have a mandate to reduce costs without the associated risks, and global sourcing is identified as the way to go. Autoparts Asia is your partner making global sourcing easy. We in Autoparts Asia always believe that we are only as good or otherwise by what our customers think we are. And we took that logic to its extreme and made one of our customers talk about our services. What follows is his story and pretty much Autoparts Asia's. Listen to Steve Wiley, Vice President of Reliance Parts Corporation.
India is a very large and complex country, many different cultures, many different languages. Knowing your way around one part of the country doesn't mean you'll know your way around the other part of the country. There's a lot of buzz lately about India and the opportunities here and the quality manufacturers, and a lot of people don't know how to get started. And one of the ways you can is if you had your own purchasing office. That is extremely expensive. You got to find the right person. You never know if they're really working for you or if they have other interests that they are trying to protect or looking out for their own pocketbook. My first experiences dealing in India was with a sourcing company, and it was a bit frustrating because we never had direct communication with the actual manufacturers. We would have situations where the first couple of shipments were of good quality, and then the sourcing company for whatever reason would switch suppliers, and then we had suspect quality thereafter. Getting problems addressed was very difficult since we didn't have direct communication with the manufacturer. We would have to detail the issues with the source company, and then they would get back to the manufacturer, and then it would come back to me, and it seemed like there was always something getting missed or lost out. It just seemed to take forever to get any changes made.
Okay, who are Autoparts Asia and how are they different from a typical sourcing company that solicits our business day in and day out? You guessed it right. Steve has the answers. Source identification and validation, the Autoparts Asia way.
You can have your own purchasing office in India. You can outsource the activity. You can make numerous trips and try and start from scratch on your own. But in my opinion, what worked best for my company is contracting with Autoparts Asia. You instantly get a large staff with highly qualified people. They hit the ground running, and in much faster time than you could ever possibly do it on your own, even opening up your own office here, you can be sourcing the quality products and taking advantage of all their other services they offer as well. They know just about all the primary manufacturers that we deal with, and we have sources from north to south, east to west. They do an outstanding job of matching the product with the vendor, depending on the quantities, if the pricing, the quality that's accepted. It doesn't matter whether it's a large OE company with thousands of employees and huge turnover, or just a small-scale industry, maybe a one-man shop. They're equally adept at finding both types of manufacturers. So the big difference between dealing with a sourcing company, a typical sourcing company, and Autoparts Asia is the transparency we have with the manufacturers themselves.
Supplier liaison, staying in touch to be on top of things.
Buying through Autoparts Asia is much easier as far as the day-to-day activities go. I have one point of contact to deal with a multitude of vendors rather than having to have many communications. I can outline several different issues, several different questions, and I can get one response and everything answered at one time. It's as if having an extension, our own purchasing office here in India, even though we don't have personnel here directly.
How does Autoparts Asia assure quality from the suppliers?
Probably the biggest service that Auto Parts Asia offers that's of value to us is the incoming inspection. It's as if we had our own inspectors right on the factory floors. They are armed with all of the critical dimensions and criteria that we require, and they know exactly what it is to look for that the manufacturer may not see or may overlook.
Logistics, warehousing, consolidation and packing are all integral part of the global sourcing challenges overseas importers face. How does Auto Parts Asia make things easy here?
Auto Parts Asia, one of their other services they offer is freight consolidation and packaging, that sort of thing. The freight consolidation is a big plus for us because we'll have half a dozen different invoices from various vendors get consolidated into one container rather than having to ship all those as LCL shipments. They arrive in much better condition, not having to be transferred, that sort of thing. Auto Parts Asia also does packaging for us. They assemble some kits and sets, do secondary packaging. It's when it arrives at our door, we can unload the container in the morning and we can ship finished product to the customers that afternoon. It's a huge labor saving and a huge time savings too. And it goes more than just the part. They're also looking at the packaging, the labeling, make sure it's a seaworthy container, that sort of thing. It's a total quality check. It's not just looking at the parts themselves.
Okay, information is money, right? When we need information about the sourcing status, people across the globe are, well, sleeping, literally thanks to the time difference. How does Auto Parts Asia help in increasing the velocity of information that is so very necessary when we are so far away? Auto Parts Asia's web-based sourcing-related MIS online. Hear it from Steve.
Auto Parts Asia has a wide variety of web-based services that we can access all the up-to-the-minute information as far as shipments go, delivery dates, as far even transit, the vessels when they're going to arrive in the port, the air freight, whatever the case may be. So we're never without the information that we need. I never have to wait till the next day, the next morning. It's right there at my fingertips. Anything that I want to find out about a shipment, an order, a part, new development, it just doesn't matter. I can find anything I want to know right then and there. We've seen an increase to the bottom line of approximately 20% since sourcing in India. It's as if they are an extension of your own purchasing department. It's the best of both worlds actually. You have someone on the ground here in the country every single day.
Okay, here is the complete package. Source identification and validation, supplier liaison, pre-dispatch inspection, consolidation, packaging, private branding and logistics services, web-based sourcing MIS online, all from your partner in global sourcing, making it easy.